Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Hello. Give me a second. There you go. Yeah. Welcome to Genshin. We're back. Again.
Huh! It's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Yes, we should. Thank you, Paimon. Hi, naked Swan. Yes, it is me, Nora. I'm guessing you weren't expecting to hear this voice.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
When you
over here
joined. Winnie! Hi!
to borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment. This appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front.
Yeah, just a voice.
So Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Ooh, yay.
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Lot.
Well...
Poisson.
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Good job!
Father, you're here.
You know...
I am nervous.
On second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I can sense your genuine concern from your
I
conversation.
am nervous because
of course.
this
I can also
is like
understand your
the
confusion.
fourth
Sending so many Fatui here to
I've done
Poisson, it's only natural that some might
with
suspect
my own
an
fucking
ulterior
voice in
motive
it.
to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair
Every
share of
other
confrontations with the
Twitch
Fatui in the
stream
past,
I've had
and I
before
can't
that
exactly
has been a
guarantee
mute
that
one.
we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now,
Which you
however,
can actually
I
find
would
on my
say we have
YouTube.
little reason to be at odds,
Yes,
wouldn't
I'm
you
plugging
agree?
my YouTube. Also,
The
it's-
House of the
it
Hearth
is
could
in
stand to be
my,
more
I think about
open
me.
with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
Yes, it is.
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is
brother's in
lurking
here
in the
and he's a
shadows
piece
of
of
the House
shit.
of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Yeah, so it's a circus.
This means...
Oh my... Hi! Sorry. Oh, for God's sake.
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright.
I have a small
We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be
I technically
clear,
don't
we're
need
just
a mod,
gonna be
it's
there as
just...
guests, okay?
It's
Don't
nice
get
to
any
have one,
funny.
so...
Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably
And
means
my
we'll be treated to lots of yummy food,
Other
right?
mod isn't
Of
here at
course.
the moment, so...
During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing.
You're my
We
new
bring
mod.
in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll take you to where we're staying.
Question, what were you expecting when you came into my stream? Okay. Ooh. No. Don't. I collaborate too much.
We rented this house from one
Don't
of the
worry,
locals to use as a temporary
I don't
base.
have anyone
I'll come back
as
later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to
eccentric
stay in tonight.
as Millie does.
Awesome, thanks! So,
I wasn't really
where are we off
expecting
to
anything.
now?
I was just surprised. to
Well,
see-
when I happened to
Oh
run
my-
into you two earlier, I was
I
actually in the
said
middle
I
of
was going to be
distributing some
live
supplies.
later.
With this many people staying
And
in
technically
Poisson,
it's after
we
dinner
have
and
to
I've
bring in
had my
outside
shower,
supplies every
so
now and then.
no one can
I should
fucking
probably make
interrupt
sure the
me
rest of
unless
these
it's my
provisions
brother.
get delivered. Otherwise, people might
Because
start to get
he's a
antsy.
dick.
Okay, we'll come with.
Let's go.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take
Yeah.
a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life
Also,
of the house,
this stream
we can
is
take a
going to
good look
go
at how
as
you
long
operate.
as
Well, you're more than welcome to come along.
this story
Just
quest
follow me.
goes for. I don't think I was there when you said that. Oh my god, you actually made me mod. Yes, I did. Were you expecting me not to?
I need to find something to do with myself.
Also, technically, I trust you.
Linny!
So, yeah.
Finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep.
Yep.
Here you
Here
go.
you go.
Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Oh my god. I'm going to...
No
Please don't
way!
cry! I'm sorry.
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Oh my god.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once.
Also,
We
I'm
don't wanna
starting
scare
to
off our
realize
guests now,
that
do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't
the
realize
Traveler
we were
and
this
Paimon
famous.
are both
Father and Linny have told us so much about
stereotype
you.
Father
introvert
told
and
worthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's
I
the
hug
rumor
you back.
heard about Paimon? Oh, that's cool at all.
oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff,
Technically,
right?
Paimon could
Oh, we don't need something like
eat
that.
all of the
Besides,
food
we
in
don't
the
have anything to
hotel,
give
but
to you.
she doesn't.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your
pick the
poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I got both.
That's a creepy child.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Huh, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Also, I give
was
you a big
poisoned
hug
not too
back
long ago,
because
and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a
How
lesson for
far are
you.
you into the new story?
All right, full
New story of
Selwar. I think that's enough
what?
suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
I found
Awesome!
the story.
It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. Is there anything you need? Just
I
let us
started
know.
stream immediately
Especially if it's poison or something.
before I
I've got
accepted
all sorts of potions for that.
the Knave's
Well,
story
we'll
quest,
talk to
so
you all
I'm
later.
basically 12
We've still
minutes
got
into it.
supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
I'm close to the start of it.
Bye!
Yeah.
Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really
Learn.
young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Problem.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
My trademark.
Chaplot
Wait,
is
you
around my
can't?
age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions.
Also,
I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
okay, I'm actually surprised that you can't. Not the sub button is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. maybe because I'm not that high up yet.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh,
Hello.
you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
No,
Of
it
course,
should.
we're making our way all across to that.
Oh,
Okay.
good for you.
You must be pretty familiar
I'm
with
also
Fontaine by
realizing
now then.
I haven't
Have you
even
seen
gotten
the
like
new opera that started running
50
recently?
followers yet.
I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
The blind maiden? Damn.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members
Aladdin
behind their
referenced
back,
400
right?
thieves, but with an extra zero.
Whatever. Let's go.
Okay.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Yes, one, I don't know why this sub button doesn't appear. I'll try and figure it out after I finish streaming.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
I have 7 people watching, which
Well, they
never
didn't
actually
seem
happened
too happy
before.
with each other.
But
Seems like there
okay.
could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
that is definitely weird. Yeah. I still have to figure out how to set everything up. Because I've been streaming for like 2-3 years now.
What do you think of the members you've met so far?
Except
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's
they've
one thing
never
we've got,
actually
it's
really
people who aren't afraid
changed
to
any of
speak
my
their mind.
settings.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Sure.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine? What are you doing here?
Well,
Interesting.
Hey, nice to see you again!
Yeah!
you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the
Except
Hearth.
the thing is,
Welcome.
I don't
We
have
were just going to make
a
some
set
food.
schedule.
Why don't you come along?
I
I could
stream
use some
when
help
I
in the kitchen,
can
and I
when I
seem to
feel
remember
like
you
it.
mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup?
Except
Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
and the only
It's
real time I am
nothing.
free is when
I just wanted to see if there were
it
any
is
extra supplies.
nighttime.
Yeah, we've got some left over.
So
What do you need?
yeah.
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute.
That's fair.
What do you need all of those for?
Find work and stuff.
You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware. And
Yeah.
you're just going to come eat with
So
us.
don't pull the crap you pull with
So
Millie.
what's this all about?
About pulling a hiatus.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Oh, Fremine.
Fremine. You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
It's bad enough that he
Maybe
will
it'll
get
be better if
killed
we
by
gave
his,
them some
his
space.
mother. Father?
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
I think the game started. I think it
Yes.
was. Oh,
Just follow me.
that would make sense. would have my game be louder than my voice, considering I don't like my own voice. Also, where the fuck do I have to go? Oh, are you having trouble understanding me? Then again, I also speak very quietly, which is what I've gotten used to. Why, thank you. Where is Femine? Ah, Femine. Whoop. Hiding!
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I
Yeah,
grew
sorry,
up in the House of the
having a bit
Hearth.
of trouble hearing you.
And you are?
Yeah.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
She looks very
It's nice to meet
familiar.
Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No,
Kinda,
I haven't told
kinda
anyone.
sorry for my
I've just been
quietness.
keeping her hidden.
It's just...
For how long?
About half a month now.
My
So
family
ever since
always
we got to
talks
Poisson,
over me, so
do you have any
I've just
idea what
learned
you're
to
doing?
be quiet.
I know what I'm doing.
Really? 'Cause from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father
Also-
doesn't tolerate any
Also,
form of
fun
betrayal.
fact,
So why
I
are
have
you
a
doing this?
stutter,
I've thought it through.
which...
I just can't hand her over like
which
that. Linny, don't you remember last year?
repeat
Sheplo nearly died
the
after getting poisoned during
word I
that
say
one mission.
before taking a
He
break
wasn't
again,
able to
or
get back before the
just repeat
poison
a word
started
over
taking
and over
effect.
again. I don't know why.
And not a single
It's
person was
weird.
there to help him. That
My
night,
friends pointed out a
while I
lot,
was sleeping, I heard a voice
mainly
telling me
when
to go
I'm
save him.
talking to them.
I
You're
opened
fine,
my
Nora.
eyes,
You're doing great.
but I couldn't find
Thanks.
the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is,
Okay,
that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
okay, to be totally
Unless
honest,
there are
I don't
other
know if
spirits
you're,
roaming around
if you're
the House
being
of the
serious or just trying
I don't think
to
there's any other
fluster me,
possibility.
but either way,
If
it's
Claire
working.
were her enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shame. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever.
God
Someone is
fucking
bound
damn
to
it.
find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me.
Fair.
There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Flirt with Millie, so... Yeah.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite
Though-
each other's heads off.
Okay, when I
No
figure
way.
out how to
They have a really
set
deep bond.
up
I could tell right
bits and
away, 'cause
everything and
I also have a friend like that.
subscribing,
Don't know how long that kind of
I
bond
will.
can last.
darkness in the house runs deeper than you
And
can
then,
imagine.
Uh,
No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You
and
didn't
then
mean
I
to?
will
'Cause
stream
I, for
and you
one, wish
can
you
go
did.
bonkers if you want.
What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest.
So they
Later
aren't
on, when you started
actual
calling me Linny,
blood
I
siblings.
wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone.
Yeah, I might.
Not if I can
Except
help it.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
Sure. Except I physically can't degrade anyone.
I should put my clothes away.
I legitimately cannot degrade anyone or scold them.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything.
So,
Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
hug Femini.
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be...
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? I... just...
Whoa, wait a minute.
Thank you.
The great part is...
I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you.
I physically can't.
I know things could turn dangerous, so
like,
I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
like,
Me too.
Well,
even when I do...
Back to the matter at hand, then.
Like, get angry
If
at
we don't
someone
plan on handing
and
Clarevy over to
try
Father,
and insult
then
them
our
or
only
degrade
other
them,
option is to solve the
they
mystery
think
of her
I'm
identity
joking.
before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing.
Yeah.
Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And?
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but... after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson.
Sorry,
It seems like wherever
controller
the
died.
house is, follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Swan, you're a bad boy.
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course.
Except
I promise.
Lynette gets involved.
All right. Then
because
let's seal the
Lynette
promise
is
just like
Lynette,
when we
and
were
Lynette
kids.
is amazing.
Fist bump on 3. Ready?
1, 2,
1, 2,
3. Bang.
I swear.
Lynette using her super speed to get there.
Whoa!
Lynette!
My girl! Also,
But what a surprise!
what the?
What brings you here, dear sister?
Oh, also, I have C6 Lynette, so yeah.
When exactly did you get here?
The thing is, she's not impressed because she just found out that her brothers were trying to keep her
You're
out
an idiot,
of
brother.
helping.
And you too, Fremine.
Oh, also for context, IRL, I act like Lynette.
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Thank you.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Good. Love Lynette.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Yep.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
You don't deserve wiggle room.
I guess we're all in this
Do
together
this.
then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move.
Yeah.
There's no time to lose.
It
Let's
ends
go.
with me fighting the knave. Okay, so let's do this.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I know it's a whole ass lasagna.
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer.
Also, I think
My
Naked
guess
left.
is that
God
she's
dang it.
just as
I'm
confused
now
as
dead.
we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave
No,
brings you here,
no.
and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster?
I was right.
I get it now. I think there might be some things
This-
you don't know about this place.
This is
The people in
legitimately.
charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it.
Okay, if I am
never
correct,
will
then it
be.
means that
In this
she
house, some
is
people are
the
family, and other
friend
people
of the
are
knave
just
when
test
the knave was a
subjects.
child.
Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Perry.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
Oh my god.
No.
Me
The knave's
neither.
real name.
Clairvy.
Hmm.
Neither of those names are on the roster. But Seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
Yeah,
Maybe we
the
should try
pink-haired
a
girl?
different approach.
It's who I thought it was.
Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
She's the childhood friend of the knave.
To go outside, where the sun can find me. That's it?
That's
Well,
a
that sounds
wish.
easy enough.
What? It's a wish.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Also,
Okay,
Swan, did
time
you
to
go
divide
to
and conquer.
Val's stream?
Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think.
About a couple minutes
Since
before
Father
6:40.
considers you to be guests, maybe you
6:40
could stick
my
by her side
time.
for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
Yeah.
Of course, that's only as a last resort.
Nah, I haven't.
If Father doesn't
Why?
seem to notice us, there's no
just
need to
felt
make
like it.
contact. We'll
Burp.
reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered,
It's not a bird.
just tell
it's a
Father
bird.
everything.
It's a bird.
We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Fair.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Oh, yay. Let's see now. Oh yeah, I need to go distract the fucking knave. That's easier said than done. Burb. It's this one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, she really does like being near the graveyard, which is weird. Oh my god, it's Child! It's
the
Tatag
knave,
Delicious.
And
Child?
hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
He's dying.
I was
Again.
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Yeah.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over.
Lies.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
Oh my god,
And that's
child.
good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you
Oh
and I
my
could spar,
god.
that would be even better. I've been waiting
When
for a chance to see
we
you go all
fight
out.
Regrader,
And what a
he's
sweet
going to
little
monologue.
daydream that is. But I
Please
also
say that we
have a
can
role to
interrupt
play
his
in all
monologue.
this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
Thanks,
The
child.
fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that.
Is
Now,
to
can we?
confuse the enemy.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
The mother is the knave before Alakino.
Okay,
Was evil?
I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Oh, wait. Did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done.
She was
I'm more
forced
curious
to.
as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in
Giving
Fontaine.
cake.
Claiming that I
Fantastic.
myself was a
Oh, that's
Fontanian
nice.
simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes?
The old name.
Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming.
Yeah.
Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine.
God, child.
Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
42 different colors in one go.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over
Rainbow
it.
chicken.
All right. Well, thanks for everything,
Hollywood.
Arlecchino.
What would-
No thanks necessary.
Rainbow
You
chi-
also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Oh no, she
I
definitely
wonder if
suspected
Liddy ran into
something.
any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Oh. Also, if you have played this game, you will know that there is a glider for every region. I have the default, the one you get when you first start the game, the PlayStation one because I'm playing it on PlayStation obviously, but I also put time and effort into getting the Mondstadt, Leeway, Inazuma, and Fontaine one. I'm also working on getting the Summoner one. I'm also going to try it. Yeah, I just have Summoner left as well. And then when Natlin comes out, I'm brute forcing my way all the way up to max reputation. Whee! I run out of stamina.
Winnie, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
Ooh.
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on non-corporeal
true.
beings.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambel, Horaire. Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please.
You said that.
So, if you do try to leave...
Yes.
You pay with your life.
her wish was to see the sun.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something.
What?
I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little...
Oh, she is two-faced now.
strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud.
Yeah.
People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
Which also happens
These
whenever
kinds
I
of
roleplay.
conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house. And how deep it runs. She's told me about it before.
Say it out loud.
Experiments being run on children.
Mainly because then I will
People being
just
used as
completely
pawns on the
blush
battlefield
and
without so much as the strength to
stop
survive.
talking.
And they just believed all that?
Altogether.
Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together.
Oh,
Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because
What
the House of the
strategic
Hearth
plan?
was
They're
so
all
successful
idiots.
in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only.
yeah.
What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
But I'm getting the feeling that Alekino will not allow her kids, specifically
super complicated
Lenny,
top secret
Lynette,
Fatui
and
business aside.
Fremine,
What's
to
all of this have to do with the
actually
conflicts you were talking
go
about earlier? Paimon
and
doesn't
get
get the connection.
killed.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal.
It won't.
But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
Correct.
If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
Actually, no, she
You're
won't.
right.
Because
even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good.
The easiest way
it might
to
even make
explain
matters
this
worse.
is
We
Alakino
should focus on
loves
Clairvy for now.
these three more than
late.
she loves any
We
of
should head
the
back and
other
get some
children
rest.
in the House of the Hearth.
We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Like Suyin loves
Lynette, you stick with me this time.
Maxwell,
Fremine, keep a close eye on
Lapras,
Filiol
and
and the
Drake
others.
more than
Make
any
sure they
of
don't
her
do anything
other
they'll regret.
Nikkei.
Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
That's the easiest way to explain it. So, even if the plan went along, she would do her best to keep these three safe, no matter what.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
Oh, she tries to
She's
kill
even
us.
scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get
Guess so,
angry...
but we did see
Ooh,
her
you have
fight.
to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
Yeah. But then again, and
Oh, well, in that case, we should just
the Traveler
plan on
is also
running away.
there,
We'll grab Lenny and the others and we can make a
most
break for it
people
as
are
fast as we
theorizing
can.
that the reason why she fights her children while the Traveler is there is because
Catch up with her before anyone
the
sees.
Traveler isn't a part of the House of the Hearth. So, if she dies by the Traveler's hand, there won't be a new knave. Because the next knave is chosen by whoever kills the last one. Which, to be totally honest, weird way they to choose the next successor, but fucking stamina. When thanks. I have over 1,000 hours in Genshin, so I have gotten a lot of theories and a lot of other things. It is the reason why I have almost every single 4-star and like 10 5-stars. I'm only missing one 4-star, and that is Hazo.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
And which has been annoying the fuck out of me for the longest time. Oh, okay. After I get past this point, I will show you what I have on my characters, and then I will pull up what is suggested.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Yeah. Okay. So. The recommended set is Golden Troop. I don't have Golden Troop on her. I have the Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. And I also have the craftable Inazuma weapon because love it. We're going to ignore Goro because he's only here so that I can take advantage of Chiori C1. Okay, I need to fix her up because she has 2 4-star artifacts. I need to switch them to 5-star artifacts. I will eventually. That's actually a good spear on her because it's health and she's my main healer. Then we have Furino, which I've technically made into a crit monster. She crits a lot, and she also ults a lot. Also does a lot of hydro damage. Furina also has more health than Chevreuse. Furina is always going to be my backup, and Furina's abilities are scale of health.
Clairvy!
Which one?
I opened the window while no one was looking. Look
Furina
how
or
pretty the outside is.
Or Chiori?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting.
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Nah, I won't
Everyone
regret
in
it.
this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
You're saying
That's
the knave did all that?
It's a lie.
It's just
it's the
that
previous
doesn't
knave.
seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
Yeah.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Like, the thing is,
Everyone thinks she's a good person.
Alikino
They all think of her like a real mother.
resents most of the
Mother?
Fatui.
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again.
That is
If only Perry
that
were here, she'd
is
understand.
the childhood
Harry.
friend of Alikino.
There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
Yeah.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to.
Yeah.
We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the nights, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight. Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
Yeah, you
But I
using
can't
Neuvillette
find
to
her.
just obliterate
I'm worried
everyone
she's
with
also
his charge.
No,
is
that wouldn't happen to
amazing.
her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot.
Yeah.
I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
You should go talk to your best friend, Perry.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
Did Dave and the doctor ever work together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
Yep.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him.
Correct.
We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
Okay. Yeah. It makes sense why he would do that much damage. Technically, I don't even do that much damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Yes.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
She knew we would distract her.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were
Oh
just...
my god, Paimon! Paimon, you fucking idiot! Yelling us and you makes you more suspicious!
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Sure.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any
I
scheming
know
children.
she's stupid.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
You know.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
What should we do?
Okay, I'm starting to rethink my previous
she clearly
opinion
knows
of
about
her.
everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now. Oh,
That's not
good
a good
idea.
thing.
Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the Nick... Okay, then we probably...
Of course you would.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to...
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Please tell me she's not as heartless as she seems. Yeah. The knave's going to go talk to, Nivelette. About his auditrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. Just the auditrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. Yes, I have practiced saying that a lot. The auditrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. It's so stupid.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neverlet.
Oh gosh, strikey.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
Yeah.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you've brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go.
What?
It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neverlet.
Monsieur Neverlet. Monsieur Neverlet?
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neverlet. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible.
I hear the song pop up.
Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I don't know what her proposal is, but I'm confuzzled.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neverlet, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Oh!
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that
the
case,
web
I'm inclined
event.
to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur
I think my
Neuvillette.
computer's background and my phone's background.
With that settled, we should be going now.
Yeah.
I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Yes, time to blow. Time to blow. Time to blow the world up, yeah! Yes, I am very stupid. Run, Shiori, run! Oh. Oh god fucking damn it.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
Yeah.
You really want to know? I would
No.
imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie,
I am kind of
Paimon really hopes everything's
confuzzled,
going
but
okay.
I kind of want to know, but I also kind of want to help get Lenny back.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Yay! I got 200 gems. Fuck! I closed. I didn't mean to close the gate, but I did. I'm going to launch it back up.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going. Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
He's previously a part of the House of the Hearth.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Okay. in my legs.
Now that my
That's
affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Well,
Actually, why don't we
obviously.
stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
He was.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
What?
If I'll even answer some of your questions.
Kick your nuts.
You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
I already know your relationship to
Why
her.
are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your conditions.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay. Sounds
She's
normal
basically
enough.
telling us.
What do you mean,
Protect.
when the time comes? When is that
Pilgrim?
supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
Hey, Naked, guess who I just got?
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
On Nikkei, I mean. Madonia. Oh my god. No, okay, I'm happy that I got Madonia because... And it was on Crown's banner, so... That's a plus. Now I have 3 Pilgrim Nikkei. Do you know how good that is? I know you need her, but so do I. Because at the moment, when I have 4 people, I just noticed I have 4 people watching me. Yay! I know you said you like aesthetic characters, but you need to put her on your team immediately. She melts everything. Naked. She is an aesthetic character. Except I want one of her skins, except I can't get either of them because I'm a poor motherfucker.
What is this place?
This is where she
Somewhere
fought the
long
mother-
forgotten by everyone. It used to be a
Sheesh, I
grand
know, bye.
building. Now it's nothing more than a rubble. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone
Naked,
care about what once happened
I
here.
appreciate that,
Although,
but no.
This place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed
I'm going to
Clairvy?
hurt my Okay, I'll do it after stream.
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Also, would you prefer my
Clairvy
credit
was
card
6 years
details
old when she
or
was brought by her
my
mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a
you
fairy
piece of
tale.
past.
A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, But she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Yes, I caved quickly
Clairvy was
because
happy here.
That's me.
For a time. But she quickly realized that being part of
So
this
me with never works for
family
you.
wasn't a fairy tale at all.
Okay.
It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
Sobbing.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process.
Enough
There's
to
little
get
I can say about the
crowned.
ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Apparently,
Despite being Clairvy's mother,
Nikke
Crucibina
has
cared
stolen
little for her
all of my
daughter.
fucking
She
luck.
forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth.
Yeah.
Her name was...
Wait, the friend?
No. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed
another
or
reason why I caved so
There may
quickly
have
is
been a
because
certain
I
naivete
don't
to her
actually
ideas,
know
but Clairvy proved her
how
determination many times over.
to give you my card
She tried
details.
countless times to run away, ask for help,
So I might just
or
give
expose
you
the
my
truth.
Nikke
But her efforts only earned her
details
beating
and then
after
change
beating.
my password afterwards.
The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Lauren?
Her
What the fuck?
hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face.
$99
Clairvy
laptop.
still thought of Crucibina
That's
as
about
her
it.
mother.
And my
Killing
Xbox
her
is
own
like
flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring
whatever
herself to
it
cross.
was when it first came out.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life.
Correct.
From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to...
Crucibini, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed
I'm getting the
upon
feeling
her
that you guys are now comparing dick sizes.
Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino,
but as
father. And that is where the story ends.
Yeah, not aunt.
Any more questions?
Not any of the female monikers. Just
father. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin.
$500.
You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Okay.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Hyman can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
I don't have.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Don't worry. I'll drive you around. Lol. Okay.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Lenny!
These children are weird.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Ah, yes. Let me guess. It's time for the big boss fight.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
That kid is a sociopath.
Liar.
A psychopath.
You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why?
But the thing is, the mother is the one that betrayed.
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Foltz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
He
Please
challenges
reconsider,
her
Father.
to a fight.
What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father,
reconsider.
please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
A disagreement.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
What?
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Weekly boss fight,
weapons?
actually. This
Father,
is gonna be fun.
are you referring to a duel?
Yeah, she is.
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, Resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Luckily, I don't actually have to kill her.
Beat Father in a duel?
We got this.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny's a bow character. He can't hit her. We got this. Illusion. Eat the illusion. Let's go. All three of them fight. Like, the bell doesn't even work with Femine. Yet he still has
Lenny
it.
and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really going to be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Really what she wants? No.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
She wants to say goodbye, but she can't.
Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
She knew Lenny, Lynette, and Femine would never let anyone else in their family die. I like to see myself. I like to see for myself what the fourth of the Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
So, the knave asked us to
I'll allow
help
it.
them.
We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Sadly, I don't have time to switch out my team. Then again, it would take me like 5 minutes, like 30 minutes to defeat her if I was using the team I'm thinking of. Beat the shit out. Beat the shit out of her! I'll do my best.
With these rising flames!
Press the advantage! Charge!
Fly at the cutting edge of...
And voila!
Oh, I was not expecting to hit Lenny.
Drop your weapons! How amusing.
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm fine.
Now that's more like it. With these rising flames! Is it my turn now?
Hey, Rick Shuri. Long time no see.
Delicate as silk.
Try to pace yourself.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
You picked the wrong fight.
Now's our chance. How amusing. Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Don't worry, Lynette. I got this.
Everyone on me!
I am the cutting edge of
Is
fashion.
it my turn
I
now?
haven't played Genshin
Yeah.
What the hell are you? What's happening is I'm fighting the knave. The knave is being a complete asshole, and
Fly tangled in a web.
I've been good. I am. Well,
Hands where I can see them.
yeah, I don't.
And voila!
I don't
Not
take
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
the Fatui bosses is as small fries. Because they're not.
Over here.
Is it my turn now?
Oh, phase 2. The phase I've been waiting for. The real boss fight. Let's do this. Cinders of two worlds, flames.
Kindness has consumed away. My blade is all that remains.
If you're
You picked the wrong fight.
the thing is, I can't check what that how I got that achievement. You bitch!
Let the world collide.
Pull in!
Let's see
Let's
how
go,
strong
Tomato.
the resolve truly is.
Now we're chips. Over here.
This makes me want to play Genshin again. Fuck!
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
How dare you! Am I?
Now's our chance!
Over here. Don't look at me.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what element Traveler uses. If she uses any. Oh yeah. Kazuha
You should know
and
better than to
Feminate
crowd
in
one
lore
place.
are as strong as each other. Yeah. Though
Oh, I know.
illusions!
I'm sorry, Father.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of happy that it ended because without
Sorry for
Farina,
what
I'm
was pitiful
kind of
excuse for an
screwed.
attack.
Anyone left? Me. Hey, you're not. Hey, we're not done yet.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Yes. Don't look into her eyes.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
Poof. Oh, her ult!
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Not yet. I'm definitely going to heal all of my characters back up and then try again. What the fuck did she just pull? Your move?
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Technically, we proved that we
Are you
were
alright?
strong. We were strong.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed,
the
punishment stands.
No! I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Yep.
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested,
interesting,
searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Yeah, basically.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down, but I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes, Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Wait. No.
Father.
Let's go.
Oh, Dr. Dottore is evil. And a bitch. And a dickhead.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Claire V.
I know what I needed.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Claire V. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's that speechless. Oh. Okay then.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope.
Yep.
You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down.
Yep.
But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you.
If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
She gets hit by the sun.
It just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Okay, let's go with my favorite one.
Those
Electro.
yokai you mentioned, what do they look like?
I'm gay.
I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Yeah, he's more annoying than anything. Then let's go to Dendro.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Yeah, mainly because it is based off Japan, and Japan's amazing.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Yeah. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Yeah, Venti is my most disliked Archon.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
Aww.
It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Okay, I know.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime in trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
First, but then Fontaine came out. Damn. Okay, technically you're meant to do this, after
Shadows
finishing...
don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
You're meant to do it after finishing the Fontaine story quest. But... But what happens if someone started
You've worked
playing
tirelessly from the
Genshin
shadows to
after
overthrow
all
the House
7
of the Hearth.
of the...
Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends.
Nations
You are
were
hereby
out,
expelled
you
from the
just
House
went
of the
through
Hearth.
all-
You are no
all
longer
of the
tied
nations.
to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh,
Yes.
I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Paraware. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
So, would that conversation have changed if someone had done Arlecchino's story quest after finishing every single nation?
She left so soon.
If so, that would
Paimon
be
didn't even get to finish
an
her
interesting
story.
thing.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid.
Aww.
I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
Yeah, well, some quests are locked
But a
behind
shadow's
other
memories
quests
reset
and
at dawn.
conquests and these
Had we
days
delayed
those
any
have-
longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye.
Yeah, I know. But
Whatever
story
regrets
quests you
may
can
linger,
leave until any time.
let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
It's a new day. It's
Father?
A new dawn. It's a new life for me.
It's Linny! Hey,
Linny,
Linny!
what are you doing here? I was trying to murder someone. Linny?
What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Let's go. Let's go, Linny. Lenny?
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with
instead
choosing
of
to
becoming
live
the
a
king,
quiet
he just
life.
decides to become
Leading
mother.
this organization is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
Yeah.
I just
Arlecchino.
never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Yep. You solidified her judgment. That's another reason why I believe that Arlecchino will never
Speaking up back there was so brave of you,
put
Linny.
Linny,
It's all
Lynette,
thanks to
and
you that we were
Fremine
able to convince
in
Father to
direct
back
danger
down.
of being killed.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero.
Because
Had Father gone
she-
all out during the duel, There's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must
Because
have
she
had
wants
it all
Lenny
planned from
to
the
become
beginning,
the next
from
leader
the very
of the
moment
House
she
of the
suggested it
Hearth.
to him. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time.
Yeah.
Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions
to utterly obliterate her predecessor.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Yeah.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one. So I'll ask you one last time.
I haven't even touched Father's quest yet, so
Are you certain you want to stay?
Okay.
You've done so much for me, Father,
like,
and that kindness must be repaid.
Fair.
Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage.
She has no loyalty to the Fatui.
So, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment.
Aww.
No matter how
I'm
arduous
not going to get enough Primo Gems to wish to do another one pull on you.
Reach our desired destination.
Hate it. Also, I have like... I'm at the point of like soft pity. Except, what? Oh my god, it's this one. What is it? Unleash... Oh my god. Okay, I'm... Nikkei? The 100 is for Nikkei, mainly because I have played Genshin from the start, and I have only used my own hard work for everything I've gotten. So, I'm going to keep doing that. To be honest, my brother doesn't have the same conviction because he, most of the time, gets a job easily. That's fair, and I respect that. Okay, 2 days.
Lynette and Fremini were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été?
I have.
Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing.
That is. Oh god. Yeah. I wonder if Val has got an crown.
Yeah. Ha!
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Yeah?
Whew, what a relief.
You tuned in for a minute.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone? Linny and the other members of the saw him return to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad.
Oof.
Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh!
Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined,
SSR's VIP
Father
and
killed Crusabina
I don't
and
know how
burned
to
all
feel
our
about this.
files.
All of this.
With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories
they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about...
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be... If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we may have arguments or times when...
I wanted to say thank you for help.
Oh, we didn't do anything.
Of course.
Are Filial and...
I actually saw them at a cafe this... They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently.
God, no,
They seemed happy.
Late into the night.
If I had to take a guess,
Oh, only
I would
8:40.
say they finally found the kind of life they always dreamed for.
Let's see. pray for me. And that gets me to 70, which is immediate soft pity. Or is he something? I've already used them. Ah. Wait. 8 hours and 40 minutes. What? Okay, I didn't expect that. Now time to use the rest of the first half of this version to get enough to do a couple temples. Oh, I should also preface this in saying I have finished every single hangout event and story quest. Yeah, it only took me 2 versions to do. Yeah. Only 2 versions, that's barely anything. Only 4 months. Okay, do you want to see my map for how much percent I have gotten? Or to see if I've gotten every area? Because, yep, okay. Let's start up here. This area, 71, 78, 69, 98, 100, 100, 80, 64, 79, 58. I really need to explore that more. 91. That one. That came out yesterday and I've almost completely gotten everything. What the fuck? 46, 40. Yeah. Firstly, I find the Sumeru Desert really annoying. 36, 35, 46, 27, 33, 38, 50, 25, 62, 43, 42, 65, 52. Haha, yeah. 51, 50, 66, 64, 93, 81, 100. Now down to Inazuma. 79, 70, 67, 44. The only reason this one is 44 is because I despise it because of the world quest it is connected to and the fact that you can walk in and then get totally turned around and the world quest to get rid of all that mist takes so fucking long. Watsutsumi Island is 65. Now, Anganamiya, 33. Chasm, 71. 33 for the underwater new area that came out yesterday. Oh, and then I have my teapot. which I might want to have a look at because I have some stuff to collect. Oh yeah, you're also going to see my shitty design. Yeah. Also, fun. So have I. Only took me a couple months. Yeah. Firstly, the Fontaine teapot because I love it. Also, fountain. This stuff. Music. Event shit. Plants. Oh yeah, I have a lot of bells. Only because I needed them for Lynette. My brother is working on Nahida and Raiden. And now Arlecchino as well. So, yeah. Like, technically, I have a waypoint on each of the islands, except I prefer to just do it this way. Because it's more scenic. Yeah, none of my characters will ever hit that much. Mainly because I never use any of the stuff. Oh, also, this is all Fontaine shit. And then I have the God of Contracts. Right in the middle. Oh, yeah, I refuse to use meta. For one simple reason. I don't play games. I don't play these games to do big damage. I play them to have fun. Yes, the God of Contracts in Fontaine. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to evade the Hydro Sovereign. Nouvellette. Oh my god, Lavi. And decal wife? With a gold mold. God dang it. I like being competitive, so if I can, I will try, but Genshin just has too much content. Yeah, I know. that's why I'm not competitive with it. That reminds me, I also need to talk to these guys, except I don't have the energy to.
Lend me a hand.
Yeah. I have her on the stage because just yeah. This is my shitty teapot design. Now, would you like to have a look inside the mansion? Because that's worse, I think. Well, but no, Rob. I don't have her towel, sadly. Like, she's one of the characters I love, except didn't get her. Also, main room, mostly filled with dogs, couple cats. I go into this room, mostly filled with cats. I go across the hall. Chevreuse with 3 dogs. Hello, Chevreuse. Yeah, I do. I buy them in bulk. And then I have this, which is just yes. And then I have my Chiori. Hi. Look at them. They're beautiful. That's not it. Yeah, I have a lot of pets. I have this room with art and the Fontaine Film Festival where we first met Chiori and Chevreuse. I don't know why I put her in this room, but I did. As you can see, it goes from, yeah, that's cool, to, what the fuck are you doing? I don't remember that. We had that art? Apparently yes? I don't know where though. Also, yeah, the Fontaine Film Festival, you can only get it from the Fontaine Film Festival event that happened earlier. This year or last year? Okay. Sometime. I am Chiori. Yeah. Also, that that reminds me, I need to make another one of these swords. Yeah. Well, you technically get a picture. You don't get a painting, which is upsetting. I'm still confused by Lavi's luck in when he's pulling in Nikke. Because have you seen his luck? It's weird. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's my luck, which is here, get 2 fucking pilgrims in one day. Yeah, almost like I'll be ending the stream off here because I don't. Yeah. Also, I thought I'd get a little bit of streamer luck with that last pull I did. I didn't. Fucking hell. Also, I've almost been going for 3 hours. Hey. After my disaster with REM 200 pulls and I think I deserve a bit of luck. Yeah. Except, okay. For me, I got C1 Chiori on a 1 pull. With barely any pity. Like, I'll show you. History. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Yeah, didn't make it. Oh, yeah, you don't get to see this because it goes weird. Okay. Give me a second. 1, 6, 11, 15. Yeah. I got C1. Yeah. Sorry about that. I got C1 Chiori on 15 fucking pity. And now the game. And now Genshin is making me suffer for it. Like, I didn't even ask for C1 and Chiori. I just wished on her fucking banner. Because I wanted to get like another Goro or something. But no. I got a Chiori. Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. If I don't get Alakino by the end of her banner, I'm going for Chlorand. No ands, ifs, or buts. I'm going for Chlorand. Because she's the next hottest character coming out. Also, she's Electro. Also, she's most likely going to be a DPS. A main DPS. And technically, Chiori is a sub DPS. Yeah. Also, yeah, I know I up a lot. But then again, I also get nervous a lot when I'm doing shit like this. Yeah, well, Miluna was streaming. I was doing this. After I finished on Nikkei. I just want Father and her weapon. I don't really care if I get Gun Girl or not. Fair? Especially... Yeah, also, next version we are getting Cloran and Siegeween, and for some reason Siegeween is a fucking 5-star. No, she gives off 4-star energy. Yeah. Also, technically, if she was a 4-star, I'd actually try and get her. Because she's not, there is no way in hell I'm going for her. Unless I see that her kit is something really cool. Nah. Chlorand is cool enough for me. Plus, Gun Girl go brr. I'm an idiot. Also, end of stream. See you guys next time. Also, my voice is starting to go. I just realized that. So, have a lovely rest of your day, night, evening, and see you next time, my witches, and non-binary magic users. I haven't said that in a while. Yeah, tell me.